Alright, so what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your favorite mask collector's favorite mask collector, AJ Good, here at the House of Masks, where we unbox and review cool stuff almost every single day. But guess what? In today's video, I just want to talk.
Let me talk to you!
That's right, today I want to talk about something that we all love, and that something is Slipknot, and specifically Slipknot in the year 2026. Now, we haven't really talked about Slipknot too much since they ended their 25th anniversary tour cycle earlier last year, and that's because they haven't done much since then. They are on their hiatus. They always take a hiatus after an era, and I do kind of consider the 25th anniversary tour cycle an era. Even though it wasn't an album cycle, it was definitely a big 2-year-long tour cycle, and it had its own thing going on. It had its own jumpsuits, it had its own masks, it had its own set lists. It was definitely its own thing. But they haven't done anything since then, so we are in the slow Slipknot season right now. We are in the hiatus that they take between cycles. And I am totally okay with that. They kind of really did the thing with the 25th anniversary tour cycle, and I absolutely loved it, so they are on their much needed break. However, it is the beginning of a new year, and there are some things that I hope to see in 2026 from Slipknot. So, in today's video, I am going to let you guys know what those things are. Now, keep in mind, these are just my own personal desires from the band. These are just things that I would personally like to see in 2026 from Slipknot. You could disagree and think that all of these things are completely stupid, and that's totally fine, because I'm going to ask you guys at the end of the video to go down to the comments and let me know what you want to see from Slipknot in 2026. Now, with that being said, I only have a few things here on my list, so let's go ahead and jump on into them and get to talking. Hey, want some masks? Well, I've got good news for you, because for just $5, you could be entered to win masks from my collection. That's right, all $5 and higher patrons are now entered to win a monthly giveaway. That means once a month, I'm drawing a random name out of my patrons, and you guys are walking away with a free mask. Could be Slipknot, could be Myers, could be anything that's in the House of Masks. So go sign up today, support the House of Masks, and automatically be entered to win a free mask. New winner drawn on the 1st of the month, every month. Now, first up is the big obvious one. I think that this is going to be on just about every Slipknot fan's list for things that they would like to see in the near future, and that is the release of Look Outside Your Window. However, I don't think that once that comes out, a whole lot of fans are going to be stoked. I can already see the shit talking commencing, because this is not going to be your average Slipknot release. And by average, I don't quite mean the quality of the music that will be on that release. I mean the type of music that will be on that release. This very clearly isn't going to be the normal Slipknot thing. It's not going to be an album full of super heavy, super fast, super intense music. They have gone on record in saying that this is going to be a very, very weird version of Slipknot. And that's, of course, if you even want to consider this a real Slipknot release. I mean, it is only a few members of the band that had a hand in Look Outside Your Window, that being Clown, Sid, Jim, and Corey. But regardless of whatever you see the release as, they have definitely made it very clear that this is going to be some weird experimental stuff. And me personally, I am super, super excited for that. I love a lot of the weird ambient kind of filler tracks. I really, really love the experimental stuff that we have seen all the way from the beginning of Slipknot right down to We Are Not Your Kind, with tracks like Insert Coin, Death Because of Death, What's Next, and My Pain. I really, really like all of those tracks. So, needless to say, I am definitely here for experimental Slipknot, and I am very, very intrigued and interested in Look Outside Your Window, so I really hope that they release that in 2026. I think that we have been teased long enough, and I understand that this sort of thing has to go through a lot of channels to get out there, but man, I am super, super excited for it. Not excited for the fan base to have a meltdown because this isn't Slipknot. It's 2026, guys. It's time to grow up. Now, next up on my list of things that I would like to see from Slipknot in the year 2026 is some sort of nod to the 25th anniversary of Iowa. Obviously, I'm not expecting some big crazy 2-year-long tour cycle like we got for the 25th anniversary of the self-titled record. However, it would be cool to see some sort of release, even something as simple as a live footage DVD like GOAT. It's crazy to me how many people are probably watching this and have no idea what GOAT is, so I'll go ahead and explain that to you guys. GOAT was a special DVD release that came with the 10th anniversary of the Iowa record. So if you got the Iowa 10th anniversary CD, you got a bonus disc that was a documentary basically of a bunch of unseen footage that was shot during the Iowa tour cycle. I would absolutely love to see a part 2 of that. That is the kind of stuff that I live for, and I think that it's amazing that 25 years after the self-titled release, we are still getting new stuff being released by Clown pretty much weekly over on his Instagram. These photos and the footage that he's been letting out slowly over time has been amazing, and don't even get me started on the leaks that hit YouTube about 2 years ago. 2026, and it's still a great time to be a Slipknot fan, even if you're only interested in the early days. So, for spot number 2, it's pretty simple. I would like to see something special released for the 25th anniversary of Iowa.
Iowa!
So, that brings us to my third and final spot on this list, and probably my biggest desire of what I want from Slipknot in 2026, and that is going to be an Of the Sick Part 2. Now, I've talked about this in previous videos, probably a few months ago at this point, when Slipknot were releasing a bunch of stuff, a bunch of promo material around the 25th anniversary box set.
It can't be understated how important it was for us to come from Iowa.
There was no stopping what we were and what we were about to do.
This is what we're here for. This is what we're on this planet for. So we had to make it. That shit was succeeding no matter what.
The beauty of the record, it's nothing to lose.
The heavy spiritual influence that's talking through all of us.
And I had a feeling that because of some of that promo material where we were getting a lot of unseen footage spliced together from the self-titled cycle and little audio snippets from each member of the band talking about the self-titled record over that unseen footage, I really thought that we were well on our way to an Of the Sick Part 2 release. Now, for anybody that doesn't know what Of the Sick is, that was also a bonus DVD that was included in a special 10th anniversary release of the self-titled record. So we got GOAT as a special bonus DVD release with the 10th anniversary of the Iowa CD, and then we also got Of the Sick for the 10th anniversary release of the self-titled CD. And I just can't overstate how important those releases were. It was just a bunch of unseen footage straight from Slipknot's point of view of those two record cycles, and man oh man is Of the Sick untouchable. I can't imagine how much unseen footage Clown still has, and I really thought that these promos that were for the 25th anniversary box set were also leading into him announcing some sort of little bonus feature, whether that just ended up on YouTube, or whether you could buy it digitally, or whether it was going to be completely manufactured and distributed in the form of a DVD and a Blu-ray. Regardless, we didn't quite see that happen, but that doesn't mean that it's not in the works, and I don't know anything. I wish that I did. I know a lot of people think that because I have certain ties to the band that I have some sort of information, and that is not the case at all. I am still just a fan at the end of the day, and this is just wishful thinking, but I would have a hard time believing that they shot a bunch of individual interviews with those band members to not release something more than a couple of Instagram teasers.
Yeah, fuck that.
So, my fingers are crossed. That's my biggest desire for Slipknot in the near future at all. I would much rather have like an Of the Sick Part 2 than a Look Outside Your Window or even a new record with Eloy, because that's just where I am. I am so stoked because of all that they did for the 25th anniversary of Self-Titled, and with all of those old Pro Shot concert leaks coming out over the last couple of years, I have just been in full-fledged Self-Titled Slipknot mode. So I would love to see a 25th anniversary release with some sort of the Sick style documentary with a bunch of unseen footage from Self-Titled. So there you go. There is my list. Did I miss anything that you guys would love to see? I feel like I sat down and thought pretty well about this, and I thought that 3 was a really good number, and all 3 of these things are definitely possible. I don't think that I'm stretching too far or grasping for any sort of unrealistic straws that might be out there, like a certain band member coming back or anything of the sort. I think that these are all extremely plausible things that could definitely happen in 2026, and that I personally would love to to see. Maybe we'll see all of these, maybe we'll only see one, maybe we won't see any at all. That is Slipknot. They are very, very good at what they do, and no matter what they are releasing or coming out with or not coming out with, we are all going to be there paying attention one way or another, and I think that that is damn good of them 26 years into the game. So, with that being said, there's my list. Make sure to drop yours down below, and I will meet you guys down in the comments for a general discussion. I'm looking forward to what you guys have to say. Keep in mind that I am doing a Slipknot mask giveaway this month over on Patreon, and the rules are super simple. You just go sign up for a $5 tier or higher, and you're automatically entered to win this thing. Now, I will be doing the live drawing for this here on YouTube on February 1st. So, go over there, get signed up, you're automatically entered to win, and then on the 1st, I'll be wishing you good luck through a live stream. Link to the Patreon down below in the description as well as the pinned comment. I hope to see you guys over there, and until next time, this has been AJ Good here at the House of Masks telling you to say no to drugs and alcohol, and yes to Slipknot, and we will see you guys in the next one.